Welcome back to Harmless Headcanons. These are the Endless. They're a group of nigh omnipotent beings from another dimension that were given physical form in this universe by the collective consciousness of all sentient life in the universe. They embody the different aspects of life that sentient life has imagined in the universe since its conception. Their members include death, destiny, dream, destruction, desire, delirium, and despair. But let's give these guys a fun little Mr. Radtastic twist. Here's how they work in my DC cinematic universe. Death remains unchanged, dream remains unchanged, and desire more or less remains unchanged. I mean, they're a shape-shifting, genderless person who turns into whatever the fuck you think is hot. Starting off, we do have Death. She's known by many different names. The Grim Reaper, the Angel of Death, or Ramakrishna. Next up is Dream, the Sandman, Orpheus. And next up is Desire. But Desire met someone a couple centuries ago, fell in love pretty hard, and decided to join his family. So now Desire goes by Aphrodite. Next up, getting to my two biggest changes, Delirium, I have instead changed to Direction. Once again, no true name, but some may recognize this stranger. That's right, it's the Phantom Stranger, Direction, or Order. In my DC cinematic universe, he is the Lord of Order, not just a servant for it. I feel like you guys know what's coming next, but now the opposite of order. A terrifying being who is the embodiment of chaos. No true name, merely just a Specter. That's right, it's the actual Specter. He is now no longer the disembodied anger of God who has to possess random people. He is now instead the very embodiment of chaos in this universe. He does not work for the Lords of Chaos. He is the Lord of Chaos. Second to last, we have Destiny, but you guys might also know it as Fate. That's right, Destiny is Naboo. After a horrible accident left Destiny nearly dead, instead of choosing to regenerate into a new consciousness, Destiny instead channeled all of his power into a helm of one of his servants. That helm became the Helm of Destiny, the Helm of Fate, and any who would wear it become possessed by Destiny and turn in to Dr. Fate. And finally, Destruction. Not so lighthearted in my DC cinematic universe. In mine, this man is deranged. He is the embodiment of violence, destruction, turmoil, and suffering. He goes on to spawn demons, simply to spread fear throughout the galaxy. He becomes so powerful that the rest of his siblings have to banish him back to the realm that they all came from. But he has set a plan in motion for a child of his to be born, and eventually for his soul to be siphoned into that child and brought back into the physical universe. You know his name. The Devil, Satan, Lucifer Morningstar, or Trigon. That's right, motherfuckers. Raven in my DC cinematic universe is the daughter of an Endless. What I love about these characters in the comics that they're actually in is that they can't truly die. When Dream dies, a new person becomes Dream. They inherit his memories and his abilities, but they're slightly different. And I really like that because it made me think of like Doctor Who regeneration. And so I decided that that's how they work. Because they had to be given physical bodies to come into the physical universe when they got brought here by the ideals of sentient life, it meant that they could technically die. But because they are so powerful, they can regenerate themselves. But when they do, their personality completely changes. They retain their memories, but it's more like those memories happened to someone else, like the memories were a movie that they saw, and so they become entirely different people. This was also sort of showcased in the comics when Delight turned into Delirium in the first place, showing that these embodiments of like universal ideals can change into other universal ideals. And I really dug that, and so I wanted to keep that in, but sort of as a they're scared of what they might become thing. And this guy is so scared about being reborn as someone else, he sacrifices a huge amount of his power to put his consciousness into a helmet, and then ironically, by preserving his own consciousness, he turned into a helmet that fucking possesses the person that wears it, stripping them of their own consciousness. I just thought that'd be fun thematically.